Black men, we love you, and we want you to be healthy, and we want you to know that you can show emotion, and that's okay. We want you to know you can cry, that's okay. We want you to know that we're here to support you. We don't want to be your enemy. We want to work with you because we need our communities healed and whole.
How have societal expectations of being strong or not showing emotion shaped the way Black men express or suppress their feelings? And what impact does that have on mental and emotional health?
As a society, though, like, that's kind of like been passed down like generations. Like, you know, your dad had to be strong, your grandfather had to be strong, so your grandfather never showed you his weaknesses or anything like that, so you just kind of inherited that. So I think that's the thing, but also breaking that is the new way of doing that.
The stigma of the world is like we have to be this certain type of way, because if we're not, then the world and what we're going through both is going to beat us down. I was always taught, like, man, you got to go get it out the mud.
That's right.
So asking for help is something that we really need to do, because we have to go get it. Because we can't do it. It takes a village.
It's true.
It takes a village.
The understanding of what a real man is, we've allowed, or we've been conditioned to let society, sometimes women, other influences, dictate what we think a man is supposed to be, a real man is supposed to be. So a lot of times it's based off strength, it's based off financial stability, it's based off what we can do. So many of us are fathers, providers, and if we can't do that 100%, whether we have a woman backing us, a partner backing us or not, we feel less than. I was conditioned to understand that my emotions were weakness. I was conditioned to understand that, hey, you hold back them tears because you look soft. And if a Black man is isolated, he's 3 to 4 times more likely to die before he's supposed to than anybody else in America.
They got more Black fathers out here than most people think, and they don't really get the credit for that. And it's just kind of like, you know, just like you say, stereotypical that, you know, we just get women pregnant and move on, you know, but that's not the case.
There's been several studies done that we as Black men are involved in our children's lives more than any other way. We're more likely to put them to bed, to take them to sporting events, to read to them, right? That's not promoted.
You don't have to have it all to be a father. Just because I don't have it now doesn't mean I won't have it. But just because I don't have it doesn't mean I love my child any less.
The stigma of men showing affection to one another. Saying I love you, brother, is okay. It's okay to show emotion in public, behind closed doors, one another.
Love makes you relatives. Love makes you family. So I have family that has no blood ties to me, and some are white, some are Hispanic, but the reality is if they've been willing to show up.
As men, we need to understand that strength is in vulnerability. We have to reach out. Like, we have to say, I'm not okay, whether that's physically or whether that's mentally, to actually go and seek help.
So a lot of us men have a lot of things that we have to take care of, where if we go to the hospital or we have to admit that something's wrong, that's going to take time off of what we want or need to do to make sure that everybody's good. We need to really put the health on the make health priority, make mental health priority, because a lot of times too, we need to cry and we don't let that out, and that turns into a sickness too.
Most Black men don't really want to know the outcome of their sickness. They don't want to know the outcome of the truth of what it could be. You know, as a man, it's like like you said, a form of weakness, because you got to kind of submit yourself to figuring out what's going on with you. But I think the truth of like any sickness, body aches, breakage, or whatever, like it really has to be severe enough where you can't do anything for you to take care of yourself. But yeah, I don't play that card. If something wrong, I'm going to get right.
That's right. That's right.
But having those people around you to push you, to support you, to know that it's okay, and if you don't have it, I got it, so you got it. But being that person, and it's an individual thing. You have to be that person to people. You create that space for people, then it's okay.
Have your own mind, have your own plan. Like don't fall victim into the peer pressure. because it's a lot of the peer pressure, the negative peer pressure. They're trying to pressure you into doing things that you know ain't right.
My advice to a younger generation is to definitely be your authentic self. Be cautious of what your eyes see, your ears hear, and like what you surround yourself with, because the influence is so pivotal. I have brothers who are not biological brothers, but we've grown up together, and having that support makes the difference. Having your brothers there make the difference. So I encourage other brothers to be okay with
You
that.
don't have to be tough all day long. You don't have to be walking around with a chip on your shoulder and think that the world come to get you, because honestly it's something I had to learn, that the world don't revolve around you.
That's right. What does healing look like for Black men collectively and individually?
Therapy, self-help books, whatever you can do for yourself, because what may work for me may not work for you.
So it's important to have your tribe around you, right? And know that you're not gonna have 20 friends. You might have 2, 3 if you're lucky, good ones. Good ones, that's it, right? So don't try to be liked by everybody. It's not gonna happen. Get you 1, 2 good battle buddies and call it a day. It's important to have individual therapy if you need it, write, journal, whatever it is for you, this individual look. And then also have that collective, right? You're gonna need your brotherhood, you need your tribe, you need that battle.
I think like healing, like to me, is like being vulnerable enough to accept what you want to let go and literally let it go and just let it be what it's supposed to be.
How can community organizations, churches, or any third parties, whether it's your spouse, family, how can they create spaces for Black men to redefine wellness and authenticity?
We got to create a space that's comfortable for everybody.
Having that type of space, that place where kind of like everybody knows your name, makes you feel safe. You can be your authentic self. That's what it needs.
In terms of the wellness in the community, we need to be able to have these accountability groups and more panels like this. That's big, but also be open and willing to be transformative in the foods. Be transformative not just for the stomach, but also for the mind, for the spirit, and for the emotion.
So it starts with us as men in the community to bring them into wellness and not wait for it to happen. We need to be more proactive. The reason why you feel better after you cry is because it's biologically proven that tears release stress hormones.
That's right.
So as those tears are flowing, you actually feel better after you cry. You feel lighter.
It's always a stigma that black men lead. Black men cheat. Black men don't cheat. But that black men do it, and that a woman wouldn't do it. The woman can be as vicious or as cold or as non-nurturing. But love is an action, it's a verb. But love is a choice every day, because happiness is fleeting.
Every day I learn that I'm making mistakes, but it's how I maneuver through it. It's how I push through it and pick myself back up, because daily it's a fight.
There's no such thing as perfection, but if I reach for perfection, I'll get as close as possible.
We're not going to succeed every single time. We need grace from our partners. We need grace from our families, right? We need to be able to lean on our brothers.
You got to think, when you're doing things at a high level, when you do fail, that's a high fall too. And you got to take what comes with that. But you also got to know how to pick yourself back up with that. And that all comes from self. And then the community you keep around you, those people are just to help you stand up.
When this popped up on my feed, I was just so excited, because I always want to hear the voice of the Black man, okay? Please don't ever stop talking. We need to hear from you.
I want to give a special thank you to Ms. Ashley Glass and Black Women Cultivating Change. This would not be possible if she did not put forth her efforts, hard work, and wanting to transform our communities, one person, one man, and one woman at a time.